The ball in the yard is going to be crucial.
Fly ball right center, pretty well hit. Angling over is Carl Armstrong on the track now, making the catch. Your comment about the wind immediately plays a role in this game. That ball was hit fairly well, but I didn't think it was going to get anywhere near the warning track, but it did.
Mike Trout, 34-year-old, off to an outstanding start. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and he went with the curveball. And that's another one of his pitches that can be really devastating. Gets a lot of whiffs on that pitch.
Yeah, he does better than 40%, and he finishes off the great Mike Trout.
So here's Shotwell.
Right field, Conforto has it. And Edward Cabrera making his Cub debut.
Times could not find the zone or make it even close enough. And now after 3 walks, the Cubs have loaded the bases. Nico Hoerner is coming up.
Bush at third, Happ at second, PCA at first. And Nico lifts this one in the air left field. Lowe waits on it, makes the catch. Tagging from third and coming in to score is Michael Bush. 1-0, Nico with the sac fly.
I feel like a bit of a whim for Johnson if he gets out of here allowing just the one.
Carson Kelly now, so the Cubs with a run without the aid of a hit. Popped up, out into shallow right center. Peraza out, twisting and turning, and it falls. In to score is Happ. PCA dives across.
Here's Ian Happ.
High fly ball in the air left field. This one has a shot. It's gone. Happ into the left field bleachers, and the Cubs head on. It is 4-0. At the plate, line drive caught. Throw to third, and that's safe.
PCA's got 9 lives out there tonight.
Holy cow, does it.
Looked like they had him doubled off here.
Swing and a base hit into right field. Ballesteros knocks in 1. He knocks in 2. Mo B with a 2-run single, and it is 6-0.
It's 6-0 the Cubs lead.
And he is out looking, and he knew it. That was a good pitch right there, a sinker, pretty much right near the heart of the plate. That's out number 2. Everyone is ready, and the 1-2 pitch. That's a breaking ball. It's grounded towards short. Neto has it, throws, and gets it to first in time. Hoerner is retired, and that'll do it for the Cubs. They had a couple runners on base with no.
The 7th, the Angels and the White Sox. Soler inside out to one to right and has a base hit. So that's the 2nd hit for the Angels today. Moncada was off to a slow start here, 0 for 1 today with a walk, but there's a fly ball to right toward the corner, hit pretty well near the foul pole. It's gone, a home run. So Moncada makes up for it there, gets the 2 runs back as he hits his first home run of the season, and the Angels are on the board here in the 7th.
Hakuna Moncada blast. That's the kind of power he has when he's locked in. 103 miles per hour off the bat, going just about 380. Not easy to get it out of that part of the ballpark with the way the wind is.
2 outs now. The batter is Dansby Swanson.
Line drive into center field. Trout, he'll play it on a bounce. RBI single for Dansby Swanson. Hoerner comes in, and the Cubs add on.
School, you don't see a lot of those. Zach Neto lines one to left. That's a base hit. Dropping in front of Happ. Over toward the alley, gloving it on one hop, getting it back in. Leadoff single.
Here's Trout. Line drive out into center, and PCA is there, makes the catch, and quickly fires it back in. One down, and it's Shotwell on the ground, and that gets through for a base hit. Swanson lost his footing as he was moving up the middle.
Soler the batter. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Soler is first and second. The pitch.
2 aboard, 2 out. Swing and a miss. Ball game. Cubs win.
In a 3-inning save for Colin Rea. Excellent job.
Cubs win it. And game 2 of the series coming up tomorrow night. And was very solid in the playoffs. Taillon, a guy who normally does not walk people, and a 1-0. On the ground to short. They get 1. And they can't turn it. Trout still gets down the line pretty good.
So one good base runner replaces another on a fielder's choice.
There goes Trout. Pitches low, throw to second. Safe.
And already 6 games into the season, not even April yet, Mike Trout has as many steals this year as he had last year.
3-2, 1 out man at second. Taillon on the ground to first. Bush down to a knee. And the cut fastball gets Shotwell. Trout down to third. Yeah, but 2 away, the batter will be Jorge Soler. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And Taillon able to pitch around a leadoff walk.
Loves some length with a bunch of short starts in between Soriano's first outing and this one. And retires Bush, 1 away. And Bregman hits a high pop-up.
Everything is going to be a challenge you feel in the air.
Well, Zach Neto's the one taking over, and that ball blew back to him for the second out. No balls, 2 strikes. That's a good breaking ball, and he went around. Strike 3.
Coming up, pitch, it's popped in the air on the third base side foul, but it's hanging up and right behind the coaching box. Bregman will make the catch on that one.
So with 2 outs, here is Oswald Peraza. Last time we saw Peraza in a spot like this, he was coming through against the Astros. He had 3 hits in that game on Saturday. Peraza with a dribbler to the left side. Bregman to his left handles it, and the Angels have left.
Reached on a fielder's choice first time up.
Hit hard, caught! Oh, Alex Bregman, leading to his left, was able to steal a hit.
Amaya, there's a hit down the first base line. It's the first Cubs hit to see if Adele can keep him at first. Looks like he will. So Miguel Amaya with a leadoff base hit.
Quiet this time. No score in the bottom of the 3rd. To the right side, Shotwell shovels it over to second. Return to first. Not in.
At the plate. 1 hopper to short. Neto has that. Should be routine from there. 6-4-3 to end the 3rd. Up 2 tonight. This one, though, is a leadoff walk. So here is Crow Armstrong, who struck out his first time. Well, he does bunt. It's up the first base side. Soriano trying to make the play, and he does. What a play by Soriano.
That's something they work on, too. It's if you try to take that baseball out on the transfer, you're not making the play. So good job by Soriano using the glove and getting the out. A great bunt by Crow Armstrong. That was not a sac bunt. He'll get a sac bunt for it, but what a play that was.
Bottom of the 4th.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Soriano got in his kitchen and strikes out a very tough hitter to punch out. 2-2.
And that one is going to catch the outside corner. Struck him out looking, and the inning is over. Pair of strikeouts here for.
Not a game where you're going to sit back and wait for a bomb.
Fly ball right center. This one is hit well and backing up. I don't know if Shaw lost it or what, but it falls in on the warning track. Well, Hoppy will stay at third base. It's a double for Peraza over the head of Matt Shaw. And now the Angels have some.
Because Mike Trout's on deck.
In there, got him looking. They are going to put Mike Trout on.
Soon Counts is going to come and get him and bring in Milner.
2 outs, 0-2. The crowd starting to buzz here at a chilly night at Wrigley. Milner on the ground to short. Swanson throws him out, and Milner gets the Cubs out of the jam.
Candelario's 0 for 2. He struck out his last time. Good hitter from both sides of the plate. He lines this one towards center. Crow Armstrong comes in, slides, and he can't get it. It gets by him and rolls toward the warning track. Soler heads for third base. Shaw gets it in. It's a double for Candelario, and the Angels have second and third for the second straight inning.
Soler has to hold up because he knows the reputation of one of the best in the outfield. Comes sliding in, unable to make the play, and got by him.
Second and third, 1 out. Last inning, but didn't score. Now second and third, nobody out. So the Angels need a 2-out run scored here if they're going to take the lead. And what was a golden opportunity to start the inning. Well, Hoppy will try to make it happen. Breaking ball line. It's past Bregman into left field. Soler scores. Here comes Candelario. Logan O'Hoppe with the big hit. A 2-out, 2-run single.
Knowing this yard, and even talking to people, you know, over the years of pitching this ballpark with the wind blowing in, they're not afraid to challenge more with your fastball.
Well, you could live in the air on a night like this. Soriano with a couple of balls that were hit hard there. Easy flyouts. Here's a ground ball from Ian Happ, and Jose Soriano with a shutdown inning. 6 scoreless for Soriano at Wrigley tonight.
Well, Peraza is now playing third base. For
ground ball up the middle. Swanson moves over, sliding stop.
There goes the runner. Throw down to second, tag. See?
Another solid night for Peraza.
0-2 now. Pomeranz. And that one bunted foul. And Pete is out.
Crow Armstrong, that's just a lack of confidence there against Pomeranz. 0-2. Now it will be Romano in a safe situation. Cubs have not even had a man reach third base in this game as the Angels have pitched extremely well. 1-1. Corner hits it hard left center field. Trout is there though, and he makes the catch. 2 outs.
Well, it's Bob Seger against the wind here tonight too. It's tough.
Everything has died as far as fly balls go. Angels trying to even up the series and the road trip. It's not close.
Swanson takes his base, and the tying run will come to the plate in the form of Michael Conforto. This would be a great time for his first hit in a Cub uniform.
Keep the game alive.
Swanson takes off for second.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Angels with a 2-0 lead. Trying to shut out the Cubs on a brisk, chilly night at Wrigley Field. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Say goodnight to the Cubs. The Angels shut them out. And this series evens at a game apiece in an extremely well-pitched game for the Halos.
Well-pitched game. The guy behind the plate with a clutch 2-run single, and Logan O'Hoppe. Great job all the way around by the staff today.
You can put a halo over this one.
Balls and 2 strikes on Moncada.
Outside for ball. Check swing, strike 3. Mr. Seiya, the first base umpire, is the guy that made the call. Moncada thought he checked a swing, and he's still kind of glaring down at Seiya. And that's a strikeout, and it's out number 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Great inning has allowed a free pass. Bregman with 1 out in the first, Bush to lead off the second, and now Amaya to lead off the third inning. That is the easiest way to get in trouble on a day like this.
And now Nico Horner, who was bumped up to the leadoff spot today.
Line drive out into left center field, and that one's going to roll. Amaya on his horse. Miggy to third. Barry's going to send him. Throw to Neto. Neto to the plate, and safe!
Still nobody out, and the batter, Alex Bregman.
On the ground up the middle, base hit. Here comes Nico. Bregman delivers, and the Cubs have a 2-0 lead.
Line drive bullet hits to drive in 2 runs so far.
Neto takes it himself, steps on the bag, and throw it away into the dugout. And Happ will get
Batter now is Michael Bush.
on the ground, off the glove of Candelario. And they're going to hold the runner at third. Ian Happ. It'll be
Dansby Swanson will be the next batter.
liner into left field. Teodosio makes the catch. Happ will tag. Throw is cut. And Dansby Swanson knocks in a run. The Cubs lead it 3-0.
And to bat in the inning. 2 outs, first and second.
On the ground up the middle, base hit. Around third, coming home is Carson Kelly. Matt Shaw, RBI single, and it's 4-0.
The 9th batter of this third inning.
Ground ball off the glove of Candelario. Redirects everybody safe, run scores.
Zach Neto, and now the 3-2. Line to left, a base hit. Solid single.
Angels just need to get some other people on base to try and get back in this ball game, and Trout will be the next hitter.
That's ball 4, so Trout works a walk. The Angels with back-to-back runners here with 2 outs.
Down 6th inning. Cubs lead 5-0.
Here's a bouncing ball up the middle. Swanson and Horner converge. It's by both into center field. Neto will score. Trout ends up at third base. A seeing eye single for Joe Adell. And here's Soler. He grounds one toward third. Under the glove of Bregman down the left field line. Trout is in. Adell will hold at second base. And the Angels get a break. A ball that Alex Bregman couldn't scoop. It's 5-2.
And that doesn't happen all that often. Anybody wearing that Cubs uniform defensively.
2 outs last inning.
Carson Kelly, that's to center. And Mike Trout. Oh,
Man.
and Kelly running and hustles into second.
That'll be an error on Trout.
Batter is Matt Shaw.
Ground ball, base hit right field. Kelly in to score. Matt Shaw comes through. And the Cubs grab some insurance.
16 strikeouts now for Angels hitters today, and it's Yohan Moncada who has fanned twice.
Angels down to their final strike, and here's the 0-2 pitch. He swings at it, makes contact, pops one in the air into left center. It's going to drop in for a blue pit.
Moncada not ready to leave.
Cubs 1 out away from winning the ball game and the series. Here's a line drive caught by Nico Horner. Ball game over. Cubs win.
Palencia finishes it off. And the Cubs take 2 of 3 from the Angels. Sing that song.